stream. My phone about to die. Hold on, I'm gonna call you back and get the charger. But send that game invite. Oh, I ain't get it yet.
Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good.
I'm outside of franchise.
They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes.
Hold on, my mom calling.
What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do?
Yep.
Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
Yeah.
Case on the news.
What I do?
Hey, Mom.
Lace up my shoes, chase W's.
I'm good, how are you?
Oh, no, I can't be number 2. MVP
Yeah, here I
really
go.
more valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Please, I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you
Hey, hold on, I gotta help my mom with the bags real quick.
Competition never matched, we ain't go together. Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe, never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Okay, Coach, thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Denver Broncos. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Come on now, let's go.
All right, I'm back. My bad. Have to help my mom real quick. Okay, let's get in game mode. I hope these penalties didn't fuck with Tua's morale.
The delay of game backs him up 5,
but
first
Zeke
and
already
15.
got the X going. Too bad we passed it.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On the double. Watching the guard. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Ready, go.
On 2nd down, Elliott. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Switch gears.
They'll look to throw here. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Punted twice in a row.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A toss play. Gordon. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
56 for Mark, boy. 56. Check 56. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Line him, go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right.
He's just so fucking fast.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Whole time.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I can't keep up with him.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Because all that heat came. What you thinking, D-Dub? What you thinking? You on the 4. You feel me?
Defense may be thinking
Can I tell you what I'm
come out in
thinking?
the nickel on 3rd and goal.
Probably a quarterback run out to that outside. Because we're going to have everybody covered. So it's probably going to be that run. And we got that contained, just so you know. Or an outside throw. You like throwing to that outside.
Out of the gun, Watson.
Yeah. No,
He's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks,
great
coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Block.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is taken at the 3.
Hold the ball. I repeat, hold the ball.
And a loose football.
Yo, how? How many fumbles are they going to let
as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line? So
Can I challenge that? Fuck it, I don't got nothing to lose. There is nothing to challenge. Really, there was a fumble on the play. How is there nothing to challenge?
Up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling run, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
Have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you, punk.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
That young man.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Outrunning that young man.
Down. 50. Plant. Eat. Stay with your man. Charlie.
They'll set up to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
56. Mike. Like that 56. Watch the curl. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Here's Watson. He completes it to Jones. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
1st down, Falcons.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Watch the boot. Check 4. Check 31.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson sliding out of the pocket. And he He can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. From his linebacker's spot, Vontaze Burfict with a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Gordon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And Zerline's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he can vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon.
Holding.
And a big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Shoot, shoot, shoot. 54. 25. 24. Hey, watch it. 24.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Would you say, Ma?
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
56, Mike, 56. Check Mike. 59. He's checking credit.
To throw on second is Watson. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon.
Yo, you can't tackle.
The 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
And they keeping me in this one.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases.
Oh, I missed.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Melvin Gordon, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Check.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Looking deep for Julio.
Are you kidding me?
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 56 the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. It's coming this way. Here we go.
Now Watson. This complete to Jones. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn into a big play. But the reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike 5-5. Mike off. I'm trying to collect. Why? 24.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got it. So they tried for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big run that time by Elliott, 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Watching your guard. We ain't giving them nothing today.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A first down carry by Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Right there in the middle, 55.
They go to Elliott again. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd.
Ready. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Lock it. Let him know.
Back to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Von Miller, his 2nd sack of the night. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
They're telling me to go for it. I want to kick the field goal, though. I know that's weird. I want to get on the board real quick.
Tucker's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And while what's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on?
There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, Falcons. Melvin Gordon with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? You don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Right there, 56. Guys, it's game situation.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
To throw is Watson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've been at that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision
catch the ball!
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
I'm here all day. Ready, go!
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
I'm gone. Delta.
Looking to throw.
He's
That's
holding
incomplete,
like
but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Elliott. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Shot through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought you said call.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you've won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? There goes Melvin Gordon, the 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Well,
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
well.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This is taken at the 3. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Ready, ready. 18 Gator. General, West. You got nothing. Check, check, check. Rock. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Why? Move.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. That'll bring up second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and now it's third down.
I got him. Haywood. On the ball. 55. Hard. I got you. Hey, alert. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A gain of 22.
Who, Jefferson?
Come on, the ball. Buzz. 198.
They'll look to throw here.
Yep, knew that was coming.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
55. Right there in the middle.
They'll look to throw.
Games.
He's to the 10, finds his tight end Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Quit talking about it and bring it. No. Oh. Shift. Ready, go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Atlanta, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's just their third loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, round it up, count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers